bitches, every city in my tribe. Look behind. Booty dominate the world, peaches ripe.
Miscarriage.
Okay, so where okay, like where are we starting from there though? Like because obviously I'm not talking about like
Well, that's
things.
my argument for morality, that essentially abortion is the same as turning off the machine for a brain dead person. Because while you are correct, it does have potential. We can't give value to that potential. We can only take it for the face value that it is.
Like, I think this is one of those situations where you can't give value to potential, but I'm willing to give much value to potential, right?
Can
Like
you
this
tell
is
me another instance where we give value to potential?
gambling. Like I
No,
put,
those are odds. No,
yeah, I
because
have the
you don't
potential,
win. You don't win until you win, right?
right? Hey, you don't win until you win. That's good.
Well,
I like
so just
that.
because the odds are
Like,
in your just because the odds are in your favor, it doesn't mean you're going to win.
right,
So just because the odds are in your favor, you're not given the pot, correct?
right, exactly. That's a part of the gamble.
Right. So you're not.
This because see, like,
So again,
it's
that's
funny
not
because we
value to
actually
potential.
it's funny because we actually kind of agree 100%. It's just one of us is much more like enthusiastic about that potential.
Right, but I'm saying if you're at the table per se, and you have
And
an
also the
80%.
right, just I'm sorry, I didn't just to finish my thought. Also, just to put it out there, even if there was no other time that we gave value to potential, it doesn't mean that it's not worth giving it in this situation. Just because there's
Well, it
no
shows
other
how inconsistent the logic is.
right. I don't necessarily think that the logic is important. I think it's a moral issue, right? And morally speaking, when people feel that a human life is on the line, a lot of people are going to lean towards the side of the, at this case, potential human life. I think that's a fair
I
reaction.
actually disagree. I think people should lean more towards the side of the person who has actualized life.
Actualized life.
Yeah,
Uh,
the pregnant person.
right. I think that's where we're probably going to butt heads the most because I feel there's a lot of the argument that I hear the most, and I feel like I come off the least empathetic towards is the this could really cause trauma. All pregnancy can cause trauma, and it's true. There are not only can wanted pregnancies can cause trauma, they can cause postpartum depression, all these things. Like it is an actual gamble when you are pregnant. It is an actual medical ordeal that every woman goes through
Right.
when they, and I'm willing to concede that. But I'm also a firm believer that
We love it if that's true.
women are also when I say built to make babies, I don't mean you're an oven that needs to be filled with a baby. I'm saying your
Sounds like
body.
sounds like
Hopefully
an
not
Yeah.
incubator.
Yes, I don't want to make you feel like you are obliged to have a baby or anything like that, but I'm saying your body has been built to do those things. Like you are physically equipped to have a baby. Like I think that's
Right,
fair,
but I
right?
mean,
I
it
don't.
doesn't mean that we need to. We need to.
Right. I think that is fine if we're willing to say go with the idea of abstinence or whatever, or avoiding having the baby. But then when you actually create the baby, that's when the argument starts, right? Or when the baby is created.
Well, no,
That's
I don't
the,
like the stance of if you don't want to be pregnant or if you don't want to be parent, then you need to be abstinent.
well, I mean, safe sex and all that stuff. But
Well, 51%
it's all
of
gonna boil
abortions
down.
are due to failed contraceptives.
I also,
Right.
sorry, don't really understand why you brought that up.
What?
I'm sorry, this is just like a second back, but Vera's been texting me and telling me that I should talk, but I was scared too.
And I'm sorry. That's why I was
Oh,
smiling
please.
while you were talking, because I was reading some of Vero's comments.
Yeah, they were like coming for me, but I'm not really sure why you brought up the fact that like people with uteruses like I don't like how women
But
or people
that
with
is
uterus
our
can
purpose.
carry children, like as if it's our purpose. Like I don't understand how that like does anything for this discussion.
No, it's not individually your purpose. I want to make sure that that's where my stance is, away from you're a woman, therefore you must. Like, that's not where that is. It's saying you're a woman, therefore you can. So that, like I said, I'm not trying to be confrontational. Like,
No, I
I don't
know.
want
I
to say
yeah.
anything.
We're just asking you, what was your point with that statement?
That's the only thing. I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just
Right?
wondering what the
No,
point
no,
of
no,
that
no, no. Because
statement was.
I understand I'm asking a lot, because having a baby to term is one of the most beautiful things a person can do in their life, especially when they want it and all that stuff. So I don't want to make it seem like it's also a like a burden or a force issue or anything like that, because it really shouldn't be. And it's a shame that we even have to talk in these terms, but that's where we are right now.
Wait, so you don't think pregnancy should be forced?
Well, no, you shouldn't be forced to
So that
be
that
pregnant.
sounds like pro-choice.
Yeah, that sounds pro-choice.
You, huh?
The whole like idea of pro-choice, it's not that we're like, yes, abortion, abortion, abortion. Maybe some
No,
people out there are okay
yes,
with it, but it's just about having
I-
the choice. We believe no one should be forced to carry a child, like have a pregnancy if they don't want to.
and then for the most part, I would agree, as long as they didn't do something to create the baby first. Like, I would even be willing to concede the sexual assault thing, just because it's like I said, nuance exists. It is a gray area. That's between you and, I want to say you and God, but that's just a Christiany thing. It's between you and you, because I
Right.
know even when you have an abortion, even when you choose to do an abortion, it's still a heavy choice in your life that's still going to sit on you for a little bit. And I'm sure some people can go get an abortion and then go to the bar later that night and be fine. But for the most part, most people are going to have trouble with that, in like emotionally, because it's a hard thing to do. It's a choice. Like,
Sure. So I guess my problem with and that's why I asked you. Sure. So I guess my problem with and that's why I asked you if you support it in cases of sexual assault, because then it's essentially saying it's because I believe this life has intrinsic value. But
right.
if you do give the exemption of sexual assault, then I feel essentially you're saying is that there are women who just deserve to have to carry it to term because they consented, had sex.
I actually, yeah, I'm not too far away from that idea. Like, I think if you have consensual sex and you get pregnant,
See, and I find that just very problematic because it feels like
that's
you're
fair.
punishing women.
Well, that's
or
not a
pregnant people.
punishment. It's not a punishment. It is a consequence of action, though.
It is a punishment if it's forced. And essentially, you are saying the UN came out with a study in 2016 that said forcing someone to stay pregnant is equal to torture.
I mean, I love to see that study, I guess, but where'd you say that was from?
It is from the UN. They formed a human rights council. I can read you the paragraph if you like. I have it bookmarked.
Oh yeah, see, that's good to actually have your citations on hand.
I'm so fucking cute, bitch.